Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Sam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. I went out for the second day running, guys. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself and breathe a little bit. You get me? Big up to all of you guys, man. Appreciate you all. We're back. My voice has gone from shouting yesterday. Fuck the referee. Yeah, big up to all of you. Mike Das LFC is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Fozzy TV is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Liverpool Chats TV. Jamie is back, baby. Back with a bang. And a new beard trim as well. Big up to Jamie. Jazza is in the building. And K-Mac, who famously said Arne Slot is worse than Tony Blair, is also back on the channel. Every single link is in the description. I always say this at the start of every Liverpool panel show, guys. I want to do my best and as best as I can to help grow every single one of these guys' channels, because I was just like them, you know, and we have to help each other grow as a community and as a family. And, you know, Liverpool content creators come together and create elite content for you guys. So I appreciate you all. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing as well on your way in over here. And yeah, big up to all of you guys. Hope you guys are all well. Let's just get straight into it. I'm giving the mic first to Mike, even though he was the last one here. He's a celebrity now, chat. He used to be like so early, you know, but now he's a little bit late.
Yo, this narrative has got to die. This narrative's got to die.
Are you? Was he? Okay, wait. Jamie, was Mike late? Yes or no?
Yeah.
K-Mac, was Mike late?
Yeah. That isn't the narrative I'm talking about. I was 2 minutes late. But yeah.
Was Mike late?
Asking me?
Emeka was no, he wasn't here. Yeah, Emeka was Mike late.
I can't comment on this one.
Fozzy, was Mike late?
No, he was early. He was early, man. He was early.
Big up Emeka. Big
I'm
up
with you, Mike. I'm with you, mate.
Anyway, Mike, we take on Spurs tomorrow. Talk to me, and then we open the floor up. Go ahead, Mike.
You know, I don't. There's not a whole lot novel to say. In terms of what can we expect? I think that you can expect a lot of what you saw against Brighton. Good progressive play at times, overloading centrally at times. You know, one thing that I saw less of was the donut midfield. It was more often or not, I saw the diamond actually in the middle of midfield and my wingbacks actually being wingbacks and being essentially wingers. In terms of the positions that they were occupying in possession. We did revert to type in moments during that game, but I feel like a lot of the chances that we created were towards the end when we were 1-0 up and Brighton had to start expanding. Obviously, you know, Mohamed Salah's delivery on the corner was fantastic. I know he messed up a couple of other opportunities, but it is what it is. No one else in the team delivers that ball to Ekitike like that from that side, inward swinging. Szoboszlai is an outward swinging corner taker from that side of the field. But to me, my issue is I still felt we were incredibly defensively vulnerable. Gomez missed a wide open net in the 50th minute. And if you want to play this whole game of, well, Mike, what about all the chances we missed? I went back and I retraced every single chance in the game, sequence by sequence, event by event. That goes in. I mean, before the 50th minute, all we had was the goal in reality. Didn't have a whole lot. Mohamed Salah set up Alexis McAllister twice, but McAllister has bricks for feet and he rolls in a wheelchair, so he can't score. To me, it's the defensive instability in transition. Obviously, I think Dominic Szoboszlai going to right back was a major factor in that. I mean, his positioning there and his vacating of the defensive space is what allowed them to come at us. But going forward, Tottenham, they're just not a good team. I think that we have a very good chance of winning this game, but I also think that they have a very good chance of scoring in this game, that being Tottenham. So it's all dependent on the Liverpool I see. I know that we have health issues at the right back. I don't know who's going to play there. I genuinely have no idea.
Bradley should be back for this game. He was suspended.
Okay. So then there you go. Connor Bradley will be back. But yeah, my thoughts haven't really changed. It's a slow progression. And hopefully we see more of a progression this weekend, but cannot be that defensively vulnerable, because on any other day, Brighton had 14 shots, 1 on target, and they missed like 4 big chances. So any other day, that game might end a draw. We cannot do a draw at any point over the next 12 games. So anyway, I'm rambling. Someone else go. I don't want to hog the mic.
So I was speaking to my wife's dad. And it's really interesting.
Have you heard something, or is it just me?
Yeah, what was that?
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Someone just exhaled like a tire.
Oh, sorry. Must be boring, yeah. So my wife's a Tottenham. My wife's dad's a Tottenham supporter, and he said what's really funny this season is our best player.
Is your wife's dad just your father-in-law?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say father-in-law instead of wife's dad?
I don't know. I just didn't say it like that. Just maybe.
Man.
No, there could be people in the chat that don't understand
just
that.
My father-in-law, man. This guy, my wife's dad.
Father-in-law. Thanks for the education.
Okay, man, you're a funny guy.
And that's it. And the show's over.
I love K-Mac. Oh, my wife's dad.
Basically, he said, "This is actually funny, but you're not letting me get to it."
Go ahead. I'm quiet. Go ahead.
You're such an interrupter. And basically, what's a father? There you go. People don't know what a father-in-law is, or they take the piss. But basically, he said that the fans' worst player is Tottenham's best player this season in Richarlison. And I tell you, if that guy scores against us, like, that's it. I'm done. Like, honestly.
Oh, he will anyway.
I'm just going to take the channel down. Like, what is the point? Like, Tottenham have an XG in every game of about 0.00001 right now. They are so bad up front. And if they score against us, then I'm just done, honestly, because they are just a dreadful team right now in front of goal. I mean, we've got about £400 million worth of forwards that are all fit. Like, so just play them all, see what you go there. I agree with Mike, by the way, with the Brighton game. Like, Brighton could have buried us. They could have buried us about 4-1, 4-2. Like, they had big chances in that game. And that was all down to the injury of Gomez. As soon as Gomez went off, we needed to put an auxiliary right back in, who's not a right back. And we just went uber defensive and didn't have anything really going forward.
Would you brought on Ramsey? Because he's the only
he had him on the bench, mate.
Yeah.
He had him on the bench.
What's actually the update on Gomez's injury?
He's going to miss the next game. Yeah, that's all.
So only Spurs he'll miss.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as they thought. And if you've seen training today, Szoboszlai was training. So that's promising. So is Frimpong, by the way. Frimpong was also training. So that's promising. The other funny thing with Liverpool right now is we only have 2 centre-backs.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to have 3 goalkeepers on the bench. I don't know. But,
that wouldn't shock me.
But this is a game that we should probably win.
We should win.
We should probably win this game. And I'm backing us to win this game, because if we go defensive, then we should be fine. Like, we'll nick a goal. Like, they are dogs. Someone's just put Tottenham's average XD is 1.18 this season. That is awful.
Wow.
That's really bad. Anyway, someone else can talk. Not about fathers-in-laws.
Yeah, this game, I'm expecting us to win. If you're talking about, in general aspects of things, like expectations of this game, considering what form we're in as well. So I'm all for Liverpool to win this game. But if you talk about the Brighton game like Mike did, when I looked at that game, I looked at the, you know what they say, pattern of play, the way our style of play and all that stuff. I figured out a few things, like, you know, the midfield is back to normality in regards to, you know, keeping their, you know, possession, you know, where they're supposed to be on the pitch. I saw Gravenberch not running too much forward. I've seen Soboslai, Gravenberch, and Curtis Jones have this relationship, which is like them three swapping with each other, as well as watching Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, and McAllister have a relationship. So the two wingers were doing some other stuff other than like going out wide and, you know, doing the normal stuff that we normally do. So Arne Slot is working on something that's, you know, that's getting us wins at the moment. I'm not gonna, you know, go overboard saying we're playing exciting football, but I've always asked for the you know, be hard to beat. And when the team is on the pitch right now, it ain't as easy as it was before, because as soon as we can see the first goal, the game is over more or less for the opponents. Even if we get an equalizer, we're still going to lose that game. That's how it was before. But yeah, I like what I see. I'm not going to say like I'm all about the attractive play 24/7. You need to have a base to get to that attractive side of football. He's got something there so far, and I'm just hoping that he continues with it. I'm a bit worried about the right back position because, like you guys said, when there's no proper right back on the pitch, it's a bit difficult for us. And when the three defenders, which is the left back, the two centre backs, have to worry about other people, the focus is more, you know, more on the right side, because someone that's not naturally a right back is playing as a right back, and then they lose their focus of their actual own ability, which is, you know, defending for themselves and all that stuff. So. Yeah, listen. I don't think the Brighton game was the most outstanding game, obviously, like everybody else said, but I can see there's something they're working towards that's, you know, getting us wins at the moment and all that stuff. As I said in the beginning, I see us winning this game against Tottenham. I don't think we're in a position to drop points, because if we drop points, we're going to obviously go down the table instead of staying in the position or going up the table. I'm looking at if we win, Chelsea lose, and you know, there's other games that's potentially going to be, you know, losses as well. We could end up in a fourth position. So that's the bright side of this game. We could climb up the table and into a healthier position with this top four. If Arsenal lose to Everton, you know, 7 points of Arsenal. You never know. Second part of the season, if we go on a run and sign a couple of players, you never know where we're going to end up. But yeah, I'm just looking at the positive side, so guys. I'm sick and tired of going to the bad.
You sound like Graham Souness now.
Yeah, I'm still honest like that. Don't get me wrong, but I just want my football club to win, guys. That's all, man. Let's go next. Whoever wants to go next.
Yeah. I think again, it's Spurs. We generally, this is a team we generally beat, so I expect that to remain the same. But I think this game's different for me from others from the perspective of, normally I'm just, okay, I want the points, I want the 3 points. Performances, especially this year. But I think given the context of this game, I really want to see how the team actually plays this game. The one key takeaway I took from Slot's press conference was he said that this week, having this time off now, feels like a mini preseason where he can actually coach, he can do X, Y, Z. So, hey, if that's what you're saying, I want to see it reflected on Saturday versus Spurs. I really actually want to see what the game plan is to get our strikers involved. I think, Mike, you mentioned that we, like, going back and watching the game, which I also did, we really didn't create much overall. I agree. But also what I noticed is that our strikers continuously make runs that our midfielders and our creators don't find. We don't punch that ball in. So the one time I can think of where we've done it was that pass Konate made to Isak versus United, where he went through one-on-one. That's the exact pass that our team has to get comfortable making now that we're playing with two central strikers. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing against Spurs. I think looking at the way we set up in our 4-4-2 diamond, I think having like an actual attacking fullback at right back this game I think that should help us, because as we saw, Gomez was the one basically playing as our winger in the last 2 games. So with Bradley there, and I think Slot also said Frimpong is going to be in the squad. So with one of them there, I think we should ideally see a lot more fluid play, a much better attacking play from that right back position. So I'm looking forward to that. And then most of all, I'm just looking forward to finally seeing Isak, Ekitike, and Wirtz play together. Fingers crossed. That's what I've been waiting for all season. I earmarked this period of the season for me to really start seeing what the future Liverpool is going to look like. So I think now it's no more excuses for the Wirtzes of the world, the Ekitikes of the world, the Isaks of the world, whoever you want to name. This is what the future of Liverpool essentially is going to look like. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see who's going to step up. Let's see who's ready to carry that mantle. And as I said, I don't want to hear any more excuses for any of these big money signings. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. As I said, it's Spurs, so I just expect to win. Tactics, no tactics. It's Spurs. Let's go there and win. But I also don't think it's going to be an easy game. So let's see how it goes.
You know, the one thing I just want to say, like, and Emeka like touched on the concept of it, like, brother, your excuse is at AFCON right now. Exactly what Main Matur just said. And you told us about how this 1 week is going to help you coach. I swear to God, if I do not see a well-coached team tomorrow, we are going to have beef. There is people in the chat who watched Jordan versus Morocco yesterday. Yes, we lost, but they'll tell you right now, bro, Jordan are better coach than Liverpool. And I swear to God, the way that we play out the ball from the back, like certain players lack quality, so we can't do everything that is expected, you know. But like, you know, it's a well-drilled team. Like the center back passes to the other center back, the midfielder picks up the pocket of space, and then the winger comes deep, and you know, it's like link-up play, and then you end up creating an attack and all this. And there's something else other than Arne Slot.
We don't have any patterns.
That's the problem. And the other thing other than Arne Slot is, and this is something that as well, like we have to hold players accountable here, because not on Arne Slot.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz. Guys, forget assists, forget goals. This has nothing to do with Sharky. This has nothing to do with anything else. Florian Wirtz has shown us that he's a very good player in moments. But Florian Wirtz also has one big chance created in 15 Premier League games and 16 Premier League games. I'm going to need him to be a bit more creative. Alexander Isak, get involved in the play a little bit more. Score some goals. Be clinical. Ekitike, do your thing. All the new signings, I want them to step up. Now, I understand that Slot isn't setting up the team to succeed, and Slot isn't setting us up in a position where like we have a formation. Sorry. We have a formation to get 3 points. But these players individually as well have got to step up, because the future of Liverpool that costs 250 million need to be able to show it on the football pitch too. That's the truth. And we'll speak about Semenyo in a bit, because I'm interested to hear the guys' opinion on it. But for me, I think Mike actually said it on his channel. The problem is the credit for losses and draws, like you've almost like used it all up now. Like you know how like
do you want to know the actual math?
Tell me the math.
Senior calculator over here. I believe there's 60. If I'm not mistaken, there's 22 games left. 66 available points. The last year we won the league with 84 points. I don't think that anyone is going to. I don't think 84 points is going to win the league. I think it's going to be more. If we were to finish on 90, I'm pretty sure that would be 21 wins, one draw. If you finished on 88, that would be 20 wins, 2 draws. 86 would be 19 wins, 3 draws. 84, just to equal last season, would be 18 wins, 18 wins, 4 draws. So realistically speaking,
we're fucked.
Well, it isn't that. I mean, I tried to say this after the 6th loss of the season.
Put your video up. We're fucked.
Yeah, well, yeah. But every single draw is a loss from that point on. And we've already lost 2, because we drew to Sunderland and we drew to Leeds. Like, that's 4 points dropped. That's just the fact of the matter in the Premier League. But that just has to do with credit. That doesn't mean we can't, progress and do better and improve and try to salvage something. But realistically
saying,
speaking,
Mike,
a title
I'm looking
is
at it
like
from a
absurd.
different perspective. I'm saying now you've drawn so many and lost so many games that its results are also very important now too. It's no
Well,
longer just a matter of performance. Like you've got
do
to
you-
get 3 points on the board.
Oh yeah,
you know-
this is why the shift football begins. Like the shift football now begins because he's playing for his job. Like every
Oh,
game
yeah.
is
do you-
keeping him in a job. Like so, he has to get a result of some sort. Whether the football just goes out the window and it just becomes, a shit show of, possession football, just not really.
I don't think he cares about that game at the moment.
Whole season.
There's only one team that in the last 12 years, and it was 12 years ago, there's only one team with fans in the stadium that lost 6 games and won the Premier League title, and it was Manchester City. They lost 6 in 2020, 2021, but again, that was the full COVID season. So I'm going to put an asterisk next to that. So it's one in the last 12 seasons someone has lost 6. I think one other team, and it was City, lost 5. Everyone else has lost 4 or less. And you've already lost 6 and drawn 2. So
Yeah. Jamie, you haven't yet spoken on the Spurs game and the stuff.
Jamie, right?
So, I had a week off from everything, social media, content creating, all that sort of stuff. Mate, came back yesterday, and having that rest, having that break, let me refresh myself. Yeah, let me see things a little bit differently.
Now you're going to break the internet.
I do believe we're overdoing the Brighton's thing a bit. Brighton make chances against every team they play. They're just one of them sides. They create chances against every single team they play in the league. I actually thought we played well against Brighton. I thought it was some beautiful football we played against Brighton. Honestly, do. I thought there's some nice patterns of play in that game. There's players like Curtis Jones, who's, so underrated. It's unreal. He's such a fabulous footballer. Wirtz is better when Curtis Jones plays on the pitch because Wirtz doesn't have to drop deep because Curtis Jones covers them areas and brings the ball forward. So that's why Wirtz has been looking good. I have to talk on Wirtz a minute because the last few games I think Wirtz has been excellent. But because he doesn't get stats, people don't think he's playing well because we've become so stat driven now. An assist is easy to do. Darwin Núñez got assists. Does that mean he's a good footballer? There were 2-yard passes to Mo Salah that count themselves as an assist. Or is it the pass that he makes and creates before the assist actually better than the assist? That's what we've got to start looking at. But them stats don't get put down on paper. Yeah. That stat ain't anywhere. You can't find that stat. That's why sometimes you got to watch it. You got to watch the games. His movement and the way he creates before the actual assist is what his creation is at this moment in time. I don't think he was bought to Liverpool to be this GA merchant like he was at Bayer Leverkusen. He reminds me more of like an Iniesta kind of midfielder for Liverpool right now. And, if you look at Iniesta's stats for GA is less than some midfielders who can't lace Iniesta's boots. You know what I'm saying? And he's better than all them. So I think Wirtz has been playing well with Curtis Jones on the pitch. I don't think that's a coincidence. Ekitike, the last couple of games, has been playing extremely well as well. He's a super talent. Was it 10 goals in 20 appearances, whatever this season? Really, really good. I thought Salah, when he came on after the 22nd minute mark, I believe, I thought he was fantastic. He came on, his touch was a bit heavy at times. I think that's because he had so much adrenaline pumping through him there, where he's trying to prove the world still that the player that he is, and adrenaline takes over. But you can see how he creates, how he occupies fullbacks and centre backs. Like, teams are scared of him still at 33. So I thought he was really good when he came on. I really enjoyed the Brighton game. Thought it was a good performance from Liverpool. I enjoyed the system, the setup. This diamond or 4-3-1-2, whatever you want to play. The way they exchange in that. If Slot keeps that going forward for the next 4 or 5 weeks, proper happy with it because that's what we should play. Because the players we got right now at Liverpool suit that formation. It's no coincidence that Coexist has looked good the last 2 games because. He's now looking like the left back we were after because he's asked to play left back now because he's no point in cutting inside when you've got 4 midfielders in the middle of the pitch. So he's taking the width. and he looks better for it. I thought he defended excellently against Brighton as well. And on the right-hand side, it's perfect for Frimpong or Bradley when they come back into it. Because if you're playing a diamond, you're taking most of the centre of the pitch up with your midfielders. Your fullbacks become your wingers. So for that reason, you need fullbacks that are more attack-minded. I thought Joe Gomez did extremely well, but this will suit a Frimpong or a Connor Bradley far better in that area of the pitch.
True.
I'm looking for. I think we're going to beat Tottenham, and I think we're going to win our next 4 games. I've looked at our next 4 games till the Arsenal game, I believe, on the 8th of January. I think this is a massive chance for Liverpool to put some form down. Yeah, claw back some points, put some form down on the pitch. We're unbeaten now in, is it 6 or 7 games or something?
Yeah, 5, I think, something like that. Yeah.
It's not always going to be pretty. We're not going to look fantastic. There's still going to be holes in our game because you can't have the season we're having and then just like turn it on like that and just look fantastic again. It's just about picking up points now. I'm not, performances will get better.
Yeah.
He's got to stick to it. I don't want to see the 3 again. We don't need to see a 4-3-3 again this season for me. I don't want to see it. We can use Salah in that 2 up top. Where Salah can naturally drift to the wide areas if needed, leaving the 1 up. Perfectly fine with that. Gakpo can do the same as well. I think accidentally Slot might have found something that actually suits everyone in his playing staff right now. He's probably come onto it weeks and weeks too late, because I think most of us on this panel have been asking for this change for a long time now. He's changed it. He can't go back on this now. He has to keep at it. It suits Gravenberch better. There's one midfielder in our team that we, should be playing right now.
We're carrying him.
Yeah, he should be playing right now, but I do want to give a shout.
Don't you think he's going to improve, guys? Like, you giving up completely on him?
No, not this season. I think his legs are just gone this season. He's too tired. He'll be better next season. But Curtis Jones, man, I know Curtis Jones is quite Marmite in our fan base, right? I understand it. But, I think he's matured a lot as a man and a footballer now. I listened to his interview today. I think he did with Sky, and he's grown up a lot. He's matured a lot.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
I like his arrogance, man. I like the way he says like,
Salah? Jerry said about Salah.
Yeah. I saw the Salah stuff. And the way he talks,
my guy Curtis.
Curtis.
We're playing through me right now. He goes, we're playing through me, and that's why we're playing better. And he sort of laughs it off as a joke, but I know he meant it. And do you know what? I love that. I love that.
That's good to have. That is good to have.
If Slot can keep this guy, if Slot can keep the system, keep everyone fit, keep Curtis Jones playing, get Ekitike and Isak. This is a massive 4 weeks for me. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a big 4 or 5 weeks for Alexander Isak here. Because he's going to probably play. He's probably going to play every week now, and he's going to start with Ekitike, because there's no point dropping one of them and resting one. You play both of them now.
Don't you think, like, when you got a midfield like that has a relationship like what Curtis Jones has with Gravenberch right now? That's what we'll be missing. If you look at the beginning of the season, there was no relationships. There was no chemistry on the pitch.
No. It's because they were too far apart. They were 15 yards away from each other.
I'm looking at this season now, moving forward,
Mm.
and I just don't see how Arne Slot gets this system that he wants, this build-up play that he wants, into any team with wingers now. Like, I just don't see a winger Liverpool.
Whoa. Into any team with anyone. Period.
No, you know what I mean? I mean,
I don't think the diamond works. I don't think the diamond works. I don't.
He stumbled across something that's probably going to keep him in a job, if I'm completely honest now.
Sorry, I take that back. Not the diamond. I don't think the 4-4-2 will work. Like,
I think the diamond will keep him in a job.
The 4-4-2 is really more
of a for the rest of this season. Yeah, he's got to do it the rest of this season.
If we go for the 4-3-1-2 shape, I think that has a chance of working.
Okay,
4-3-1-2 is fine, because you still get the majority of players.
It's two separate things, though. It's two separate things. We press in a 4-4-2, right? But our possession structure is not the same as our pressing structure. That's always been the way that Slot is. It never has been 1-to-1. We always drop into some sort of 3-back formation. And the reason why Kirkes was struggling at the beginning of the season, and the reason why also, I can't believe I forgot to say this, big up Milos Kirkes, because what a performance he put in as an actual left back. right? He stayed as a left back. He played as a left back.
Which
What do
we
you
all
know?
said play him left back.
A left back actually performed. Also, big up Konate. Konate was fantastic. He blocked like 3 or 4 shots. Ryan Gravenberch literally
Mike,
blocked
I have
the
bad
goal
news for you.
by
though.
himself.
Canate had a couple of one-on-ones.
I have bad
mate.
news for you. Now that Gomez is injured, you know who he is going to ask to invert.
Listen, regardless of that, and also I really don't know about that because Curtis Jones had a little moonlighting job as the right back. Again, I think Dominic Szoboszlai as a right back after that Brighton game slot. Enough,
man.
Three different times. Szoboszlai, the back line is set, and Szoboszlai is in midfield, and boom, one ball over the top. But regardless of that, we press in a different structure. The build up at times, it was fine because we were overloading centrally. Like even it was amazing. Jamie Carragher, the fucking prick, right? He was up there basically highlighting everything that I've wanted this team to do for 6 weeks. And now all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, it's a novel idea. Midfield, we look better. But the issue is that there's still spells in games where we revert to type. And there's also players that just don't work enough off the ball. I don't see enough off-ball movement from Alexis McAllister. I don't see enough from Alexander Isak. And at this point, I don't care. I don't care about fitness. I don't care about preseason. I don't care about the whole scandal. You don't move enough. Ekitike looks amazing because he'll run 50 yards out of position to collect the ball. Even Chiesa, when he comes on the pitch, he moves more than anyone else on the team, and he's a striker. He's a striker, and he puts in more movement than everyone else. Florian Wirtz, nothing bad to say about him. I agree with everything that Jamie has said. There's just no GA there. But it's not about, like, can he do it in these moments? It's how sustainable is it? Because you have to play the 4 same midfielders week in, week out if you want to do this. And then how long can we sustain it over 90 minutes? Because I'd say maybe 2/3 of that game we were overloading the central areas, and the other third it looked just as absent and just as much as a donut as it has all season. So he's got to try to find that middle ground with the players he has available. But unfortunately, if you run 4 midfielders a game every single game for the next 3 months, one of them is going down. Like it's not a if, it's a when. One of them will go down. And then you'll be stuck playing Wataru Endo. And
if they play the diamond, they're doing about 12 kilometers every game, like without a shadow of a doubt. Like they are doing 12 kilometers minimum because they are having to put in such a shift in that team.
I really don't look forward to watching Liverpool play 4-4-2. I'm just I really am just not a fan of the 4-4-2 at all.
Are you talking about traditional 4-4-2 or something?
One where he goes like Szoboszlai right mid, basically. That's the one.
No.
I don't think we're going to do that.
We don't play that.
I think now I think probably going to start Conor Bradley against Spurs at right back.
Yeah.
That's what
it suits him better because he's a winger then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the only realistic way that I could see you alleviate the amount of ground that the midfield has to cover, I felt at times that we were overloading central areas, but then for some reason, the fullbacks stayed super wide. It didn't really make sense to me. It'd be like Joe Gomez or Connor or whoever, Kirkes. They'd be like 60 yards out of the play. No.
Need to be there.
But what I'm saying is that we're progressing the ball up the right side of the pitch, right? The diamond is there. But then, if it's on the right side, Kirkes is all the way on the other side waiting for a switch. I'm like, number one, I don't have any guys in this team who are looking for that pass. Number two, just condense the pitch. Like, I know that it's not exactly football 101 to narrow yourself, but I think that that's the only thing that could, in this way that Slot wants to play, that's the only thing that could benefit us. You just go gung-ho. You say, if we're working up the right side of the pitch, everyone's on the right side of the pitch. If we're working up on the left, everyone's on the left. I mean, you run less, you have more options, you have more off-ball movement. I just think that would be more indicative because now it's like we're going central and wide. It's weird.
You know what it is, Mike? I don't think people like. I know you guys said you watched the game back. I think you need to watch it back again. Sometimes I saw Szoboszlai as the DM. Sometimes I saw Jones as a DM. Sometimes I saw Gravenberch as they kept on switching to have a rest. If you
always rotate,
so it's to have a rest as well at the same time. So if you guys are looking for players that's over running and all that stuff, they actually do time their runs. Like once one is tired, the other one comes in. That's what they kept on doing during the game. And listen, I saw Bradley during Inter Milan, the way he came on, and I think we progressed the ball more, didn't we, forward? So if he's going to play as a right back, I'm expecting a right back to actually run with the ball and put it in the box like he did.
He got the best chance in that game.
Yeah,
Bradley.
so something like that. But just look, guys, like I said, just look at the relationships between Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Jones. They switch up a lot. Trust me, man. That's what I kept on looking at when I look back at the game as well. So, yeah. I think we'd be better. In my opinion, I think we'd be better at Tottenham.
I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news to you guys because I feel like you guys are too happy and I want to make you depressed a little bit.
Go on.
Alexis McAllister is starting tomorrow. I hope you guys know this.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's got improved, isn't he? So,
You know, like I love this kumbaya moment we just had with each other.
I know
and stuff.
McAllister.
You know,
Look, I've got his finger with
He is.
McAllister.
I don't think he is actually.
So
Huh?
McAllister will be 27 on Christmas Eve, I believe, won't he? He has played 60 plus games in a row with no break for about 3 years.
yes, sir.
My worry with McAllister, his legs are obviously extremely tired, man. His legs are obviously tired and he's feeling it. And when you're feeling it in your legs like that, for whatever reason, you just can't. You can't move. You can't move dirt.
Did he have a hernia or something? They said.
Yeah, he had a hernia. I mean,
I think it's ever since he started drinking that Maca stuff.
I think he's been drinking that since birth. To be fair,
Yeah, that's a
but no, I think he's played a lot of football in the 3 or 4 years, and he's got no real summer off or anything like that, and his legs are feeling it. And you can see by his mobility because he's good on the ball, but you can also tell by his mobility now because McAllister's having longer. McAllister's waiting on the ball longer than he ever used to before he passes it now as well. And he sometimes get caught in possession, and that's a mobility thing. So when your legs, for some reason, they're just not working like they used to. Do you remember when Sadio Mane had all them tests done because he wanted to know why he couldn't sprint anymore and why his pace had dropped and all that, and all the tests come back like there's nothing wrong with you, you're perfectly fine. And all it is, your legs just get old, even though you're not, but your legs do with the amount of running and the amount of tiredness running through your muscles. And
they tried in the beginning of the season, didn't they, Jay? They tried to rest him, but they couldn't because the results were coming.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it matters if you rest him, play him at the moment. He looks like he's suffering from some kind of fatigue in his muscles.
He's number 10 now, yeah.
Look, that might not come back. By the way.
In Arabic.
It will take him time, Jay. It will take him time, mate. Yeah, 100%.
That might not come back. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it does. But look, obviously on the ball, McAllister is a phenomenal footballer. I'm not going to dismiss that. It's just his mobility off the ball at the moment. He's the midfielder where if McAllister moves up a few yards, you notice the opposition team now always put the ball over McAllister's head because they know he can't run back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. That's the issue with McAllister right there. So, I again, fabulous footballer, but it don't matter how good you are as a footballer if you've got no mobility at the moment. The
thing is, we've got no choice. Who have we got in the bench?
I'm going to be the bearer of even more bad news then, because Don's just been there. We're in talks with a new contract for McAllister, by the way.
Hey,
that's just
understandable.
That's just a
check out sign-on bonus right here. Here you go, McAllister. Here's your sign-on bonus.
I think that's more to do to protect his valuation more than
you got to have a recall value, right?
That's what it is.
No one's going to freaking buy him.
I have even more bad thoughts for you guys. I think there is a world in which he either starts Curtis or Szoboszlai right back instead of Conor Bradley, and he plays Alexis, Gravenberch, and the third midfielder with each other.
No,
I think
By the way, nothing I did is impossible.
No,
Nothing I just mentioned is impossible at all.
No,
I think it is. Bradley was suspended for the last game. He wasn't hurt, so he's definitely going to play. He's not. Bradley's going to play right back. Bradley's going to.
I think with this new system that he's playing, he knows he has to play the fullbacks there.
Oh yeah,
and
he's going to play around.
So I think Bradley will start the game. I personally, when Frimpong is up and fit and firing, that's his position to lose in this formation. This is the perfect system for Frimpong to play in.
He was good before he got hurt. He was good.
Yeah, where he's the fullback winger sort of thing in that system. That's what he's suiting.
It looks like he was basically got a utility player now, doesn't it, Frimpong? Because he can play right back, right wing, he can play on the left side as well. By the way, he's done that before. So it looks like he was probably bought as a utility player, and Bradley's probably always been Arnie Slot's right back. That's why he got a new contract.
I like Bradley, man.
I think he's fine. He just gets injured a lot, which is just really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just fitness.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunately what happened to Curtis Jones in his started his career.
Yeah, I was about to say
you could see the quality, and then he got injured, didn't he? And it stopped him.
And I agree with Jamie. Like, I think Curtis Jones and Wirtz could have a really, really good relationship together.
Yeah, you can tell they like playing with each other.
I think they will be fantastic in this team.
If he ever plays them together, then that's the problem.
Don't break it. Don't
Calm down, Sam. Calm down.
dark cloud again. Come on, what's next?
That's
Nothing. I just said whoa because Jamie said they like playing with each other.
They're just not going to play with. They're just not going to play with each other a lot that often, though. Like what. Like, we can all sit here and talk about negatives and we can joke around. You know exactly what the lineup is tomorrow. You know exactly what it is. It's the same exact thing.
You guys are going to be surprised. You guys are going to be
finito. Mike, what's the lineup, Mike? Come on. What's the lineup? Is that same lineup as the last game, or is it different?
Mike knows Slot better than all of us because he called him the Antichrist. So, Mike,
it'd be Bradley's. I think it should be Bradley's.
Exactly, Jamie. Like this isn't rocket science.
No, Jamie, don't let him evade the press. Mike, give me the 11.
You can't.
You can't press
We haven't got any.
I'm unpressable.
Players.
I'm unpressable.
Tell me Slot's 11.
I have the press proven trait. Okay, Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konate, Bradley, Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai, Wirtz, Ekitike. And my only confusion is going to be who's the second one up top. Is he going to start Isak? I don't know. Something along those lines. But that's probably what you're going to end up seeing. And the last time Ekitike and Isak started a game together, I don't think I saw a single pass between the two of them. I don't think I ever saw Ekitike pass to Isak. And I don't think I ever saw Isak. No. Yes, 100%. That isn't that rare. But to me, based off the way that Ekitike plays, that's what I need to see more of.
Mike. Have you heard the coach? He's saying he's changing him, like he's making him to an all-rounded player.
Listen. Well, hold on. Hey. I don't care about what Arne Slot has to say. Hugo is Hugo. Hugo is going to be the guy. All right. No one else is making Hugo into what Hugo is. Hugo is that by nature. He is a god by nature. He will be an absolute gunman for us. I love Hugo. I've been bullish on him from the start. That's the guy I wanted at the beginning of the summer. Ooh. I never said Isak. I never said Wirtz. I said at the beginning of the summer, get me Ekitike. I like this kid. I want him. I also like his attitude. I like his the way he carries himself off the pitch. Also, Neymar. I mean, listen, even Neymar respects him. Neymar just sent him a jersey. Neymar was like, yo, Ekitike, you're the absolute Don. Here's my Santos jersey, because he had that whole video of him getting a haircut watching Neymar highlights. But no, Ekitike is going to do his own thing. But the issue to me, though, Curtis Jones has been the only bright spark in this midfield the last 5 games. Yeah. He's the only midfielder in this team who is willing to take the ball and say, fuck Arne Slot, and do it himself. The amount of time, by himself, he created 3 consecutive shots in about 40 seconds against Inter Milan. By himself, just simply dribbling defenders and saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. He's the only midfielder in this team that I see do that. And that's what I need more of at this current moment. And it's unfortunate that I don't. Your
lineup didn't include him, though. Your lineup didn't.
I know, because I know Slot. I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying what Slot would do. So
there's 0% chance. 0% chance Curtis Jones isn't starting tomorrow. 0.
So then
everyone knows Emeka is a fraud, and he has.
Do you think Max on the bench?
Wait, so you're going with 5 minutes?
Every watch along, this guy's in the chat talking about Curtis Jones saucing. And I agree with that. I think Curtis Jones has been saucing out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Curtis Jones is
I just don't trust Baldy to start him.
I think
he's been starting. Been starting.
The team. Yeah, I think Curtis Jones. I think he can't drop him there, can he? I think we play for. I think we play Bradley at right back, Kirkhead at left back, Virgil and Konate. I think Soboslai will play. He trained today, didn't he? Soboslai, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones,
Wirtz,
Wirtz, and then
the 2 strikers.
The 2 strikers in Isak and Ekitike.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I think
Don't you
I think
there's a lot of
that's
attacks? Don't you guys think there's a lot of attacks, a lot of attackers on the pitch, considering like what we play now?
We haven't got anyone else.
I think that's our strongest lineup. The reason I think that's our strongest lineup is because you don't have to over commit players because of the players on the pitch. So having Ekitike and Isak already up there and Wirtz already up there, that's 3 already. The fullbacks will give you natural width in that area of the pitch, and also if one midfielder wants to leave out the 3, you still got 2 back. So it gives you extra protections. It means you're not over, taking everyone up past the attacking point.
I think he's going to stick with the one striker. I think that I can't imagine him like playing 2 strikers in this game, especially.
Well, he already gave us a hint that
you look at the size of the pitch as well. Like some of the players can't even run back. You know what I mean? So if you got too many strikers up there, the running back is going to be taking long. You know what I mean? So you need that extra midfielder in there for protection, in my opinion, man. But listen, Jamie, you say what you say. If he goes with that, I'm still before that. But I'm looking at the Tottenham team, and I'm looking at the pitch at the same time as well. We can't. Majority of us, like when we're one man less in midfield, we can't even run up and down the pitch. So imagine taking another midfielder out of that. It's going to be difficult, man. It's going to be a long day for us. I think. I think he's going to put 1 up front in this game and put midfield.
So you want 5 midfielders?
I would do that personally because I don't want to lose the goal.
On that, and it's the fact that look, you basically got 2 managers that are basically playing for their jobs. I'm just going to put that out there because Thomas Frank is literally on the verge of the sack. Like, if he loses any more games,
Slot is the same as well, bro.
He could go. Arnie could go as well. No one wants to get a defeat, like a bad one. You know what? I started to feel a bit upbeat, and I started to think, oh yeah, we're probably gonna win, and blah blah blah. But I'm thinking about the team, and I'm thinking about. I reckon he might actually play the shite that we've been losing with. I think he might go back to that. And he might go back to the 4-3-2-1.
What?
And I think he'll do it. So he's got a couple of players on the bench, as in he's got some players to bring off the bench. Because if you do the 4-4-2 diamond, you're using all your midfielders, and using all your forwards, pretty much. But if he goes with the wingers, then he could use Wirtz on the wing, and he could use Ekitike on the wing, or he could use a Chiesa, or even maybe putting Szoboszlai on there. But if he goes for the diamond, then he's playing all his midfielders. And he's not having any back. So
no, Mako would be on the bench in a 4-4-2 diamond.
I think
but he can't play wide, or he can't play right back. So I'm thinking like that.
I think this game has draw written all over it.
Oh,
4-4.
I think we're going with 4 or 5-0.
I think we're going to win this one, Husam.
I think we got better. I think you guys. I'm telling you, I think we're going to beat Tottenham. We're going to beat Wolves and Leeds at home. We're going to beat Fulham away. And then you've got the big Arsenal game on the 8th of January.
I'm going to
and then when we beat Arsenal and they drop points, yeah, we're back in the title race.
Okay.
Come on, JB. I like that, Jay. I like that.
I told you I was off for a week.
Back in the title race.
It's a little bit too fast.
Take a week off again.
I don't know if anyone's actually going to go past. I reckon the person who wins the league this year could be about 83, 84 points like last year.
Really?
I think Arsenal are going to start to drop points. I think City will still drop points. I think Liverpool are going to come back into it now and take points off them teams as well. Villa are going to be taking points off opposition teams as well, like last year, where everyone kept taking points off everybody, and that's why it was a low points total. I think it will be again this year as well.
Have you heard that crazy thing as well?
I want to one second, Mac, because I want to segue this whole thing.
I did say title race. I didn't say winning, by the way. I said title race.
No. Because
I'm happy, bro. I'm happy.
Drifty asked the question earlier on Kopich, and I want to ask it to you guys. First of all, 500 people in the building. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And every single one of these guys, their links are all in the description. So go give them subscribe as well, please. So, Fuzzy, I start with you this. Because Drifty asked this earlier on Kopich, and he's like, oh, I'm asking it just to be provocative. But, Fuzzy, do you believe that Liverpool are still in the title race?
Shit. I said we're going to go on a run in it of games, and Yeah, I think we are. I know I'm going overboard, but I think we are. Because I looked at the runs of the games, like Jamie said, and I think after Salah made the announcement and we won our next game, I said, from going forward from here, we're going to go and run the games of winning. And I think we're going to claw back a lot of points going forward from here. Like 3 or 4 games, I think we're going to get some more points. Because I don't know if Arsenal is going to beat Everton. That's another thing as well. Like if it's a loss to Everton, that's 7 points if we win our game. You know what I mean? And then you continue to the second part of the season. That's where Arsenal actually struggle in the second part of the season. They already put too much in the beginning of the season. If you look at Arsenal, guys, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that in the second part of the season. So they already put too much. And players are getting injured all over the place. There's no chemistry still with Arsenal. We could slightly, start, putting stuff together. Yeah, I think we are, man. I think we're gonna be in and around the race, man, in the second part of the season. I think there's a strong possibility.
I think there's a difference for people in the chat. Just let you know, there's a difference saying title race and winning it. We're not winning.
No, not winning it. I'm saying like back in the race.
Manchester City are winning the Premier League. I'm just letting everyone know that right now.
Especially the way he's been saying recently.
Yeah, if Liverpool win their next 4 games, they can get back in the race. And that's all I'm saying. Get back in the race.
Not winning it, but
we can't win it from here, because to win it from here, you'd have to win the next 20 games in a row, and that ain't that's not going to happen. Even the greatest Liverpool side ever is going to find it hard to do that. But get in the race, get back in the race.
86, they did it. Remember, they were 12 or something. They said.
Yeah, you can get back into a race.
It was more games those days, didn't it? It was more games.
But, is Villa going to stay top 3 for the rest of the season? They'll probably start dropping points, but they'll probably take points. They play Arsenal again in 3 weeks, in 2 weeks' time. They might beat Arsenal.
Jay, as you know, you put pressure on Arsenal, they drop points, don't they? They get scared. They like to be, chasing rather than being up there.
I say it right now, Manchester City are going to win this Premier League.
I think so as well. I agreed 100% with that one.
Yeah.
And people keep saying this isn't the same city, but if you just go talent for talent, what Arsenal's missing in terms of getting over the line is just they don't have those X factor players. Like when the games get tight,
we have everything compared to Arsenal, mate. If you look at the defense, the midfield and the attack, the goal scoring, they got everything.
They're just not winners.
I'm not being funny, lads, but I can see us beating Tottenham and I can see us getting beat by Wolves.
Well, I mean, I could see us losing to anyone. I could see us losing to anyone.
Anyone on the planet. So many more guys. Well, I think we passed that form at the moment, man. Like I think at home, is it at home and Wolves or ways that we're playing?
I believe Wolves is home.
Yeah, we're at home.
Wolves and Leeds are both at home.
Come on,
yeah. We've got back-to-back home games.
It won't be easy though. It won't be easy. They're gonna park.
It won't be easy, but listen. Consider the last form that we've been on. Like we've come out of that, and now like the players are actually.
I like how Fozzy says, "Come on, guys!" Like we didn't lose to Forest.
Let me finish. Listen,
I'm not gonna love
Forest 3, Liverpool 0 at Anfield. Come on, guys.
It's just guys. This is all we're doing.
Home. Come on, man.
This is all we're doing. This is all we're doing.
Anfield has become a brothel this season.
No, but things change, mate. Mo Salah did it for us. If he changed a lot of stuff, mate, everybody is on point now. Considering the comments he made,
and not only that, I'll attribute this to Mo anyway because his interview lit up the players' ass. Like he's just his interview called out the whole club, and we woke up collectively.
Everybody's got players.
Just to double check. So, Emeka, Jamie, and Fozzy think we're in the title race.
No,
we are.
Only if we win our next 4 games.
Win it, but we're going to be in it.
You know your opinion. That's why I didn't ask you.
Huh?
Because last game you told me you haven't yet given up, so that in itself is a response.
If we win our next 4 games,
don't try to change now. You get me?
I just want to see my criteria.
I just want to get first who thinks we're in the race. So, K-Mac, do you think we're in the race?
No, I can't see Liverpool hitting 3rd place at all this season.
Let me put the delusional 3 next to each other. Go ahead, guys. I'm going to put the realistic 3 next to each other.
I think Ving's 3rd, personally.
So,
yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Emeka.
Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, the only way I think we're in it is leading up every game up until this Arsenal game. I think we have to win. So no draws. Yeah. If we win every game up to then we'll see. But if we drop points in any of the next whatever it is 4 games, then I think it's officially over. But I always had that January 8th game circled because it's like that's a game now. If we want to be serious and get back in it, we have to win. A draw is not enough. Like, you have to win that game. So if we win every game up to there and then somehow win that game, then we're back in it from my perspective.
You look at the games and you've got Tottenham, yeah. We expect to win that one, in normal circumstances. Wolves at home expect to win. Leeds at home, we expect to win, and then you got Fulham away, you expect to win. Fulham haven't been.
Fulham, you don't expect to win. You don't expect.
No, but they haven't been very good this season either. Like, they've been worse than last season, if you know what I mean, bro. So I'm looking at those games. You pick up those points, you're more or less, and then you got Arsenal. That can be the game that could decide if you're actually in going further than fourth place. So. You never know. You just don't know. And what the reason I've been saying, like, we could be back in the race the way Jamie and me are talking about it, is because you're in the second part of the season in January. And then when you're in the second part of the season, every player in this team can't be dropping form because the World Cup is around the corner. So everybody has to play in their top form in order for them, to at least get a place in the World Cup squad as well. So this is what I'm saying. Nobody can drop going forward. These players have to be performing in a high level in the second part.
Okay, but my issue with that
we might sign a player or two in the January transfer window, another centre back. I mean, a winger as well. You never know. Man.
Ooh, we're gonna sign a slight upgrade on Gakpo and Semenyo.
You never know.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue with the whole. It's a World Cup soccer. If you look at the players who play for their national clubs in our team specifically, who will be playing in the World Cup. They are not. There's only one that is really fighting for his spot, and his name is Ekitike. Everyone else on that team, no matter what their form is, it doesn't matter what McAllister's form is. He's playing for Argentina. It doesn't matter what Virgil van Dijk's or Ryan Gravenberch's or Cody Gakpo's form is. They're playing for their nations. Ibrahim Konate,
I mean, it doesn't mean the national team coaches will think the same, innit?
Frimpong, I mean, I'm just talking about the actual competition that they have in their positions. It's that simple.
Then he wants to get in England squad as well.
But when it comes to this whole title race, I mean, I don't even want to engage in that sentence. But to me, I've made it pretty clear, like, what my expectations are. If you win, it is my belief, the only way that that's even a conversation is if I don't drop a point until February 8th. And then I beat Manchester City at home on February 8th. That would be 12 games in all competitions.
Well, if that's including, then we're winning
a long time. We're going to wait for
no. But what I'm saying is that based on this point, but this is what I'm trying to say. Based on this
last
point,
10 games,
and with what we've already done, like what's already happened to us, like I can't entertain that conversation until I do something impossible. Like, because it feels so impossible at the current moment. Now, I do think Jamie is correct. Arsenal could fall off a little bit. City could fall off. It could be a season where we get 84 points. But as stated before, that's still 18 wins and 4 draws. That would still be a complete 180 in terms of your form. Based on the first 16 games to the second 22, it's a total 180.
Would you say, Lo,
not losing another game?
Team, would you say, Lo, I'm not saying this go happen, as I said, I think Man City will win the league. I do think, though, if I look at the potential of all the squads in the league and the 11s that they can put out, Liverpool have arguably the most quality to make that run happen.
Are you talking about like a PSG? Where it just.
I think things are. I think things are starting to click in the last few games, and the reason I talk about this yet, if Liverpool beat Tottenham, this is why I've only put these 4 games up and not going any further than that. If we beat Tottenham on tomorrow evening, we go fourth, because I think Newcastle will go beat Chelsea. Newcastle will go beat Chelsea in the early kickoff. We go fourth. Then we're 4 points behind Aston Villa. Aston Villa's next 3 games are Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Liverpool in that time have got Leeds and Wolves at home. This is why I say I race people in the chat. This is what I'm trying to say. If Villa drop points in them games and Liverpool win them games, then by the time Arsenal play Liverpool on the 8th of January, Liverpool could be sitting in 3rd position in the league, and their form's completely turned around.
Well,
so I think it's a.
It's a
very interesting.
Okay,
very interesting.
It's a stretch, but
okay. So my only issue is that the way I think about it, right? it's not by the amount of points that you are off whoever's on the top. It's about what can you afford to drop based on the points available. It's not your relativity to who's in first place. It's your relativity to, of the points available, how many realistically can you gain? And because we've lost 6, I don't feel like that's feasible. I mean, there is a world where if we win our next 4 games and Arsenal drop points in 2, or let's just say they lose one of them and they win the rest, then if you beat Arsenal, you're 4 points behind them, because I believe that we're 10 points behind them right now. But even if we were 4 points behind, I still wouldn't be talking confidently, because if you then went from a top down and you looked, it's like, okay, we might be 4 points behind, but Arsenal can afford to lose another 1 or 2 games and realistically have a strong chance. Liverpool can't afford to drop any points. So it's just more about the fact that
that's
no matter
my
what,
thing, Mike. And I'm so glad Mike said that. The point is not Arsenal dropping points. And I'll take it a step further. I know the entirety of the bottom row thinks that City will win the league. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't even think City will go perfect. So
I'm
guaranteeing this whole panel right now that City will drop points and that Arsenal will drop points. But Mike touched on it, and he said the biggest issue in this whole conversation, which is you're basically asking Liverpool to be perfect. This what
win the league,
You have
to.
I still want to win the league. That's the thing. I'm not letting go of that.
Same. My thing is the following. Currently, Liverpool Football Club are on 26 points. I'm not going to exaggerate. I'm going to be very objective about it. I think if we are going to be part of that conversation with a chance of winning it, so let's say game week 35 is there and you still have a mathematical possibility of winning it, basically, that 22 games left, in my opinion, you would have to win 20 and draw 2. Like I'm talking about,
you have to go 60,
run,
60 you have to get 60 out of 66 available points, in my opinion. 60 out of 66.
Oh, Mike, I actually said 62 out of 66. I think we can't even lose anymore.
I had for everyone,
we can afford a single loss.
Have you seen our running? Have you seen our running?
Our last 10 games.
Fucking horrendous.
But I think we're right running.
I don't know what you're getting about other teams as well.
It might just be me, because I took a week off from life, So it might just be me.
I like it, Jamie. I like
it. He's leaving the positive crew.
Rambo, did you just like disappear into the woods?
No, I just went into the wilderness, man. I grew my beard. That's why I shaved it down and everything. I was just a mess. I didn't wash for 3 days. It's just a mess. It's a cup of soup and tea. No, I look at it. I don't know what it is. I've been watching. I even watched our last 3 games back, full 90 minutes without skipping it. Right. I actually think things are starting to click.
They are.
Some players. I think some things are starting to click.
We're
not going to be perfect, but I look at this Premier League right now, and I know Arsenal are top of the league. They're not even that great.
They're not even that great. Yeah.
City are going for a good run at the moment. City have got.
They didn't even score a goal against Wolves. They didn't score a goal against Wolves.
Yeah. If you watch the City Palace game, Palace should have scored 3 or 4 goals. Like Brighton should have scored 3 or 4 goals against us, right? But they still won the game at the end of the day. Yeah. I think all the teams in this league are quite vulnerable. I really do believe that. It's a weird Premier League this year. I look at Villa's next 3, and this is what I keep saying. Villa's next 3 games are Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Liverpool's next 3 games are Tottenham, Leeds, and Wolves at home.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we'll win it. I think City will win it, but I think we can get ourselves back in there and give ourselves a bit more positivity and a bit more belief in the next 3 to 4 games. That's all I'm saying now. After that, fuck knows. I'm only looking a little bit ahead. And 3 games at the moment is what, 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. So that's all I'm looking ahead is 2 weeks, really. So, let's see what happens after that. Look, if we fucking lose to Spurs, this goes to shit.
I would rather consolidate.
Premature. I think it's premature until the Arsenal game. If we win every game up till then we can revisit this conversation.
Again, I'm not saying we win the league, ladies and gentlemen. I said back in a race.
Yeah, no. He is
a bit of positivity.
You have a chance of winning it, just a chance.
Well, he's just close.
The whole point, isn't it?
He's talking about being. He's talking about just being relatively close.
I think we'll finish on 75.
That's why I started my statement by saying the entirety of the bottom row thinks City will win it. So we acknowledge that already. I'm saying
it's just
be there, in my opinion, you've got to win 20 out of 22. That's the basically. The
I
thing.
think we win
We're
16
assuming-
more
we're assuming.
games this season.
I mean, okay, I would just like personally speaking.
Wait, Jamie, you think we win 16 more games?
Yeah.
16 more wins, in my opinion, puts us in a top 4 race, not a title race.
We win
I don't even know. I don't even know if 16 wins would get you top. What would that be?
Well, how many games we
That would be
played?
42 points. That would only be
16 already,
68
bro.
points.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
that would only be 68.
points. 63.
How many-
I don't.
How many games we played?
16.
16.
16.
60,
22 games left.
games left.
66 points up
Yeah.
for grabs.
So the
Yeah.
problem I've got with it is
I don't think
I'm
many.
not
I
thinking
don't-
about the other teams. I'm just thinking about Liverpool in general right now. And my biggest issue right now is our 4 best players, like as in they are automatic starters. And if you lose any of them, then you're probably going to have a big drop off. Have been played every single game. Every single game. Like Virgil's been played every single game. Szoboszlai's been played every single game. You know, Gravenberch, we've got no one else who you'll want to put there. He's played every single game. And Konate, whether we like him or not, but he's played every single game. They've all been flogged to death. They've done over 2,500 minutes, like, and they've ran every single game, like full pelt. A lot of them, like, had, you know, our 2 defenders have been worked so hard. Like Virgil van Dijk is like, out of anybody in the world, he's headed the ball more than anyone else and cleared the ball out of defense more than anybody else.
Which is a bad
Season.
thing, not a good thing.
That is not a good thing. And, you know, Konate's having to do so much work. Gravenberch, you know, whether he's doing work or not is irrelevant, but he's still running his ass off.
Yeah.
And Szoboszlai is just a machine. So for me, if one of those goes, I mean,
Over. Yeah.
you start drawing games.
I would assume the only ones that did it was probably Klopp's Liverpool and Pep's Man City. I would
Yeah, no
assume.
No one's going to win 20 or 22 games for me. No.
Well, didn't Arsenal 2 years ago do 18 wins out of 20?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Arsenal did 16 wins out of 18.
Yeah. It's very hard to do. I'm not expecting anyone to do that. That's why I said City will win the league.
I just think you have to take
Our last bench, we
thing is,
didn't
guys,
have
guys,
a
you know-
midfielder on it.
Sorry, okay, mate. You know, like when we're talking about this, are we talking about just ourselves? What about other teams dropping points at the same time as well?
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
it-
I think
that-
teams are going to take
Wouldn't
points off
think
each
about
other.
But
I think teams are going to take points off each other.
it has to just do with more of the fact that Arsenal have more games that they can afford. Like we've already used up all of our allotment of a season's worth of dropping points. Like
Mhm.
that's the point I'm trying to make. You've already used up every loss
Yeah, yeah.
that you can have this season. You can't lose another game. And now that
No,
you've
you
already
can't.
lost all of those games, you
Yeah,
can't
okay.
draw anymore because a draw is now a loss. Arsenal not in the same situation. They're also 10 points clear. Man City, even though they've lost 4, I believe, not in the same situation, right? Not to mention the fact that they're getting better as the weeks go on. They're getting better and better and better and better. I just think that realistically, taking away my own personal, disdain for that bald-headed bastard.
Oh,
If
Right.
if I was
Tony Blair.
FSG
you on board, yeah?
at this point, it's the league is more about trying to find form for the Champions League. Like if I was a businessman, I would say, I don't give a shit about the Premier League anymore. You need to use that to sharpen yourself up for the Champions League. You need to win out. You need to ensure that you're in the top 8, which is very realistic. And then you need to just go gung-ho for that. You need to become pragmatic in the Prem, maybe go for it in the FA Cup just to grab an extra trophy. But like to me, if I were FSG, I'm setting the bar as you need to get rid of the Premier League. Forget it. Use it as your stepping stone to warm up for the Champions League week in, week out. Because I still think that this team is going to get top 4. I don't understand all these people. I might be negative, but I'm not an idiot. And I don't think that we're gonna fall below top 4. I just don't think that's possible. I think that this team will figure it out. And even so, I mean, if we gain another 50 points out of the next 66, which I think is realistic,
I think
that
we'll
puts
get top
us-
4 as well.
that puts us on 76. I think
100%.
even like 72 could probably get top 4. There's always a huge fall off between second or third place and fourth place. It always has been like that for the last 5 seasons. I think 2 seasons ago, the fall off was 14 points when we finished third. Like between us and who finished third, they weren't even on 70. It was like Liverpool on, what was it, like 82 or 83? And then the next team, I think, might have been Villa or something, and it was like 68. So it's just more about consolidating, going forward, use these games to pick up form, try to create something at least reminiscent of consistent and sustainable going forward. Beat Marseille, beat Karabag, and then reset and go after the whole Champions League.
I
Right
think
now,
Liverpool, I think Liverpool got a big. I think Liverpool can do well in Europe this season, just for the fact the way European teams play. I'm just trying to put myself in more of a positive mindset now. I'm sick of being depressed and angry about everything this season. So all I'm trying to do is put myself now in a positive standpoint. That's why I took the week off everything, just to refresh myself. You know, I'm sick of doing angry shows every day and getting upset every day and being depressed about everything every day. So I'm putting myself in a positive mindset. I want Liverpool to go and win the next 4 games. Give me more of a positive attitude on it. Seeing myself make my club back in the top 4. See teams dropping points and just feel a bit more positive about it. Feel more positive about everything.
We'd have all took 7 games in a row wins. We'd have all took that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you only have yourselves to blame because, you know, you could have. People are applauding him for making these changes now, and you could have done this. You could have done this.
In this
after,
10 games ago.
We had a 2-week break after Chelsea, and then you came out against United, and you did the same exact shit, and you lost.
You did.
That was the moment to make this
We need to have massive conversations why Gomez wasn't played, why Jones wasn't played, why Ekitike wasn't played.
Chiesa, bro.
Ekitike, he's got 10 goals.
To be fair,
just to confirm, all these scenarios have Arne Slot as the manager, right?
He's not getting sacked. He's not getting fired this season. If he was,
I'm on the
What? Jay, what did he say?
Oh, Jamie, no.
Again. Wait, Michael, what did he say?
I'm slotting, man. There's no point sacking him. Here's what I'm going to say about Slot, man. Yeah, if Slot can
the chat just exploded. Sorry.
If Slot can change his team around, yeah, and this is all ifs and buts and maybes, obviously. But if Slot can change his team around, get a winning team put together, change the system, and have all this Salah stuff going on in the background and come through all that, that takes quite a strong personality.
For sure.
That takes quite a strong personality to do that kind of thing. If he can do that and it starts working and he starts winning games, I've got to give him credit for that. I can't diss him for it. So if
we're being honest as well, we're saying he just changed the system, but didn't he play this system against Frankfurt as well?
First half and second half were entirely different.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off earlier in the season, man, is that,
right?
You know, this is what annoys me.
How we beat Real Madrid, by the way.
This is what annoys me.
He also went straight back to it after Crystal Palace. So
Slot obviously tactically sometimes does know what he's doing. He's just so stubborn that he wants to do things his way, and the team are basically screaming out to him, "We don't want to play this way." Every single week, but his stubbornness has carried it on. Now, because of injuries, that stubbornness has to be taken away because he has to adapt to what's with him. He can't play. He knows now. He made a comment about it, I think, this week or something, that he can't play. He can't play players in wrong positions anymore. Basically,
he said that. There's no way.
Yeah. So that tells me something's clicked in his head. It's almost taken till Christmas for it to click in his head, but I think something has finally clicked in his head.
And that's also the
Jamie, I know you.
Can I tell you what clicked in his head?
Because I think
can I just say one thing? We have to acknowledge that Cody Gakpo is back in 2 weeks.
Oh
shit!
No more.
Jamie now is like, I'm slot off.
Jamie's changing his mind now.
Hold on. What ended up clicking in Slot's head was the sound of a 44 Magnum cocking back. And to me, no matter what, even if he does rectify this situation, the major issue and the unforgivable issue that I have is that, to me, all this says is that Arne Slot is the kind of man that needs to have a gun pointed at his head in order to show initiative. I can't do that. That is not sustainable for me. I won't do it. You need to be preemptive. Like the best managers in the world are preemptive. They are preemptive.
Some men need to take a tablet to get an erection.
100%. I get it. That doesn't mean that they are the best performers. So to me,
he's dumb, Jay. I'm telling you, bro. That manager is dumb.
What I'm trying to tell you is
best
that
performers. Pause.
My main issue.
Tablet. Don't worry about that.
I don't want the leader in my club to be someone who has to have their back against the wall. That to me, that does not that only shows that you are only reactive.
And he says,
you are a reactive manager. I need a proactive. Listen, Pep Guardiola, love the guy. Definition of a proactive manager. He gets ahead of the problems. Now, obviously, he had the problems last season, but that's because Rodri was out the entire year, and I think it shows the loss of Rodri. But regardless of that, he won 8 Premier League titles before that. So you know what? He's afforded, and he won 4 straight and a treble. So he's afforded a season to fall off. He has actual credit in the bank, not what people in this fan base called credit after 38 games in a Premier League. So at the end of the day, even if, I mean, he could be perfect from here until the end of the season and be immaculate. My biggest issue is that you're only immaculate because John W. Henry put a 12 gauge in your mouth. Like, that's a problem. That is a problem. And what happens when you revert to type next season? All of a sudden, I don't got that 12 gauge anymore. Ain't nobody packing heat. All of a sudden, we just reset. And then you put yourself into another hole. And then guess what? It's not a 12 gauge. Now it's a fucking howitzer. And I'm just pointing it right at your face.
What if
you also got rid of the leadership group as well? You know about that.
Yeah, but what if Liverpool win the Champions League this year?
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Say so. Last season he wins the Premier League. This season he wins the Champions League. Yeah. Like he's pretty much.
I don't think you can sack him, Jamie. Like I'm not going to be disingenuous.
He pretty much done what he would have done. What Klopp did, basically. So you can't get rid of him. Look, I think. Look, if you can get me a better manager tomorrow, yeah, I'll let Slot go. But I don't think there's any better managers out there. I don't really want to hear the Glasner talk. I think Glasner's a good manager, like Emery. Yeah, I think they're good managers with smaller sides that they can make big, but then they can't take that step up at a big club. You know, I think there's managers.
You know what it is, Jay? With
they haven't been at a big club.
Yeah, I just don't think Glasner's all that.
Is
because he's already
he keeps on saying that.
I think we can win the next 3 games in a row, and then as soon as Gakpo's back, he'll revert to type.
Yeah, I think so.
If he reverts to type back with click and it still works, and I'm all good.
Yeah, but
how does
it work? Gakpo isn't the problem though, Hussam. It's the way we play when Gakpo's on the pitch. Those are two very different statements. It's not that Cody Gakpo is a shit footballer. It's that you're asking a 6'4" winger who isn't a 1v1 merchant to basically win a 1v3 every time he has the ball. That's what you're asking. That's what Cody Gakpo is asked to do. That is slot ball. I mean, Mohamed Salah did it all season this year. It's get the ball to Salah, 3v1. Oops, we're fucked. Just look at Sunderland's second half. That's the perfect example of what Mohamed Salah's job in this team is. It isn't a Cody Gakpo problem.
And then Emeka will go on a rant telling you he doesn't track back. That's
you're like you bringing up Cody Gakpo is only reinforcing the statement of now that his back is against the wall and he doesn't have the available options, he's now forced to play the way that he should. And what you're saying is the second he gets another way out, the second another road opens, he's going straight back to it, hopping on the highway, straight to death. So.
Listen, I think
I need to clarify things.
I can't disagree.
I just need to quickly clarify. I need to clarify myself for everybody, right? I'm still a hateful bastard, right? That's never going away, right? What I'm trying to do.
Positive Jamie.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the hateful bastard of me out of my soul for a bit and throw it in the corner of the room for a few weeks and try and be a bit more positive and have a brighter outlook at life, right? If the brighter outlook at life lasts a day, then the hateful bastard comes back. It's as simple as that. But I'm just trying to be a little bit more. I'm trying to think a little bit more positively about. It's not just about the football club; it's about myself as well. You know, being a Liverpool fan this season, as we all know, is the most difficult thing going right now. So you can get really down in the dumps about shit, yeah? And I'm a right prick when Liverpool lose, yeah. And I've got a wife and 3 kids, right? And they don't want to see their dad being a prick anymore. So I got to be a bit more positive just for the sake of being positive. So that's what I'm doing right now. But the hateful bastard stuff is still there, and it can come out anytime.
I want to ask you guys about Semenyo in a bit, but I just want to say one thing. This whole conversation is going to be so hilarious if we end up losing tomorrow. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, if we lose tomorrow, the hateful bastard comes back.
And he,
No.
and he
Yeah,
plays-
we lose
he's
tomorrow.
playing-
Imagine
It can't be
tomorrow.
funny. It can't be funny.
Hey, imagine after all this, yeah?
It can't hurt anymore.
Imagine after all this, Mike. We're sat here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Liverpool crisis meeting. Liverpool just lost 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur.
Losing to Tottenham.
There are no more crisis
Jamie,
meetings. You're
hey,
just calling
Jamie,
them meetings.
screenshots,
It's not a
guys.
crisis meeting anymore. It's just a
one
meeting.
second. James is gonna be on the channel going like, guys, I said that was gonna be positive. I can't do this anymore. Get slot at my club
24
now.
hours. 24
That's
hours.
okay.
Wait,
We
less
lose.
than that.
Flu.
Less than that.
I-
Like
I-
18 hours.
I think personally, I think Tottenham are worse than Brighton. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think
You know who's worse than
Spurs.
Spurs and Brighton? Nottingham Forest.
No, you know who's
Maybe.
worse than them? Wolves.
Yeah, but we weren't
Okay.
clicking then. We're clicking now.
Better system, worse sub.
Positive
You know, just a little bit better than not them.
Big up to Authentic Cards who sends in a super chat. Appreciate you, Authentic Cards. Big up to you and everyone who
big up,
supports. And guys, let's get the likes up, please. Get to 200 likes. Better system, worse Szoboszlai gets. When we are good, notices bad passing, poor decisions, disjointed. He looks good because of engine spamming crosses and shots. I think that's
I'm not going to
Arsenal.
talk. I'm not going to talk on Szoboszlai hate just for the sake of it.
Nah, he's playing for the team, innit, man? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's harsh
I'm
on
not gonna stand for
Szoboszlai. I
Szoboszlai's
think
standard
there's an
playing.
element of
Playing for the
truth in
team.
what you're saying in terms of you can't have Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike, Salah, and you come here and say Szoboszlai is your best player. That shows that something is massively wrong, in my opinion.
I saw the
And
man
that's
twist his ankle live,
yeah.
and the swelling go down automatically. The man's an android. I'm telling you.
He's a god.
Fucking
He's a
training.
man.
Crazy.
He's an animal. I love
Big up to you,
Szoboszlai.
Authentic Cards. I appreciate you. I think there's an element of truth to what you're saying. Anyway, guys, just final topic before we
There is.
wrap up.
Can I just say
Make sure we get-
quickly?
Yeah.
Like, I still see people talking about Szoboszlai like that here. Why does no one come from McAllister?
They did.
What?
I think it's
What?
past
Everyone-
that
I'm
stage.
sorry. Did
Everybody
you
has.
miss?
McAllister
Did you miss the
gets-
whole,
not
this is
us,
how much
not
he
us,
costs?
not us, but McAllister gets the free run, don't he? He can.
He doesn't run.
It drives me mad, man. It drives
The
me
free
mad.
wheelie on his wheelchair.
Yeah, he gets free wheelie.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Listen, I think everyone in our squad has been attacked this season. But regardless, listen, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, please. Every single one of you, please hit the like button and subscribe. Just final topic of the day, guys. I'm sure you've seen the news. 100 different outlets now and ITKs and everyone linking us, basically saying that Semenyo's preference is Liverpool. Emeka, I'll start with you. How do you feel about this Semenyo situation, and do you think we'll sign him?
Well, I told you before that I'm not really sold on him overall as a player. Not at that price. I like his summer price, 55 or whatever it is. I think once you get into that 65 range, I want a little bit more from you as a player. But where the flip side, I think, is if I look at who we have as attackers now, and if I'm looking forward, I think he has where I see similarities to Mane, and I don't see many. I hear people throwing that Mane word around way too much with Semenyo. Mane is on another planet from this guy. But where I see a similarity is in terms of he has what made Mane work with our front three with Salah, who had the ego of wanting to score and do his thing, and obviously Firmino was a passer. Mane was very much willing to allow Salah to get his numbers and kind of defer in that sense. And I think Semenyo could come in and be that foil to Isak and Ekitike and whoever else we have up front to do the dog work that, because we can see Ekitike is not the best presser. Like Slot's talking about it in interviews now that he's always on him for defending. Isak's not the best presser. If the future is to play those two together, then we're going to need someone in that front line that's willing to do that dog work, that's willing to play the ball through to those two attackers. And from all the highlights I've watched of Semenyo, he is that type of player that looks for his teammates. So if there's one positive in it, that would be it. But I just think his overall game it's much more transitional. I don't know how he's going to help us against lower blocks and things of that nature. But that's my opinion on the player. In terms of whether I think it's going to happen, I think if we want him, we'll get him. I know there's a lot of noise about City and even United now. The noise on the United side is picking up, which is if he picks United over City and Liverpool, then I'll be actually very calm because that'll tell me he's not the player that I don't think that highly of him. But if you make that decision between those three teams, then you're not a player that
I think Semenyo will choose Liverpool. My problem is not Semenyo choosing Liverpool. I disagree. I think he'll choose Liverpool above all. United. I just think my thing is, does Semenyo move the needle for Liverpool Football Club? I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way. I think Semenyo is a slight upgrade on Gakpo, and that's it.
Yes,
I don't watch Semenyo and think he's anything special. I'm gonna be so honest. Like
I don't think he's special.
And like for me, if I'm trying to, Emeka spoke about it when it comes to price tag and stuff. Look. When you get, I'm sorry, but when you get into that 60+ range, Emeka's spot on, by the way. You get to that 60+ range, bro. I'm looking at like Leao, Bradley Barcola. I'm looking at someone who's like either been there, done that for their nation, or a Champions League winner. Someone that's so special one-on-one. Because with all due respect, look, if we're talking about like players that hold, because here's the thing, look, this is Slot's concept now. Let's assume Jamie's right, Slot stays and blah, 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 and we win and we're successful. Slot's concept is a touchline winger who beats his man and basically is very good in one-on-one moments and can hold the touchline really well for us.
Semenyo's good at, man.
And yes, Semenyo's good at that. I agree with that. But
better on Barcola as well.
I disagree with you. I think Barcola.
Barcola can't.
I think the thing that Semenyo does better than Gakpo is dribbling. I think Semenyo is a way like so much better dribbler than Cody Gakpo is. But if I'm looking for someone who holds two questions I'm asking here, there's two questions I'm asking at two different price tags, really. If I'm looking at someone who just holds the width and is a good dribbler and basically tracks back, which is Emeka's favorite thing, why don't I just go to the French league and buy someone for 5 million who does that and save up that money and buy a DM who can pass, as an example, and a center back? And the other question I ask is, when I get into that 60-65 range, I'm looking at higher quality players. When I'm looking, because here's the thing, it was reported in the summer, Rodrigo is available for 80 million euros, which is it's in essence 65 million pounds. When you get into that price tag, you're talking about the likes of Leao, Rodrigo, Bradley Barcola. You're talking about the best of the best. Barcola, to some people, he's part of that. To some people, he's not part of that. I accept it, no problem. Barcola is like as
he's a player that's developing right now.
He's Marmite, he's not everyone likes.
You didn't like Nunes. I think
you're going to spend 65, 70
Fair
million.
Enough. But my thing is like, we're basically every single time I speak to someone about signing Semenyo, for the most part, we're talking about tracking back and dribbling. And I'm being so legitimate about this. I can find that in the French league for 1/10 the price.
I don't think you can find his physicality. He's a very physical, like players bounce off. Like he's not shit. I don't want to say he's shit.
I never
He's going to Manchester United, and the reason he's going to Manchester United is because they will pay him the wages, just like Brian and Buemo. Okay, I'm sorry. He's going to Manchester United because we were the last team that spoke to him. Manchester City have spoken to him. Arsenal have spoken to him.
Well, according to a lot of the press today, he's turned United.
Yeah, he's just twerking for everybody. But Hussam, my main concern is I see Pep now basically setting up that play for Rodrigo in the summer. I think they're
Rodrigo
quotes and everything. Not to say that Rodrigo's some super great player, but quality wise, I think if that's what our rivals are going to be bringing in, we have to be mindful of that as well on our side. Like, I just don't think Semenyo is the quality for me. I'd rather spend that money on a center back in January.
Just before Mike goes, last season in January, Paris Saint-Germain went to Napoli and paid 60 million for Wirtz. A year later, we're going to go to Bournemouth and pay 65 million for Antoine Semenyo. I forget.
This isn't a player.
I'll let Mike go because Mike has been like these days. He's desperate to say his opinion. I'll never forget. We did Hussam X Tom. Emeka was in that chat that day. after Kvara went to PSG, and it was like a funeral stream because it was the worst news ever. Because Kvaratskhelia was the perfect. Liverpool that we begged for, and he was available.
Jamie, do you remember the Coppish live we did?
If I go pay, like, the word needle mover is very important to me, because Kvaratskhelia went to PSG and he moved the needle to them. He allowed them to do something so different that they ended up dominating world football for a whole year after that one transfer. Now, that's not all down to Kvaratskhelia. It's down to the team and Enrique and everything, yes. But I'm just talking about how one transfer can change your life.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go pay 60 to 70 million pounds for a winger in January, it needs to be a winger, in my opinion, that changes my life. I get it, Jamie don't like Rodrigo. I get it, maybe K-Mac don't like Barcola. I get it, maybe Mike doesn't like. I'm just giving an example. I get it, maybe Mike, doesn't like whichever, like Rafael Leao, maybe whatever. I'm saying these are players at least that have been there, done that. Champions League football, elite level athletes, elite level players who are also very good dribblers, who also have high work rate, who also do all this stuff, who also hold the touchline. And I'm taking way less of a risk. You're telling me if I play left wing, Rafael Leao, that he wouldn't cook as fuck in the English Premier League?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. This isn't a player problem. Like Semenyo in isolation, I'd be happy to have him. I don't think that 60 or 65 million pounds is really breaking your back. I just spent $500 million and my club doesn't give a shit about it. So at the end of the day, I can afford to have a few extra Ferraris that just sit in my garage. It's just that simple in the reality of what Liverpool Football Club is. We broke the transfer record twice. And we're sitting here and we're penny pinching. But again, I don't think that it's a player problem. If you put in isolation, Semenyo, 2-footed, physical, fast, can play wide, can play inside. Very, very good, useful player. But as has been my stance with this team the whole season, you could put fucking prime Ronaldinho in that left wing position. He ain't doing shit. You could put prime Messi in that left wing. Prime Ronaldo. I don't care.
Messi's doing something.
No, he's not.
Messi's
He's not.
doing something.
No. You want to know why? When I say doing something, I'm talking about moving the needle to win the Premier League. And the reason why he's not is because no one on the planet could literally sit there for 90 minutes a game and win 3v1 after 3v1 after 3v1 after 3v1 after 3v1, so on and so forth. So again, it doesn't matter what tool you give. My problem is the guy who's using the tools, the guy who is directing the tools, the system in which the tool is being applied to. It has a fundamental problem. The reason why our front line is lacking is not because the front line has low quality. It's because there's no midfield to work with the front line. Like, it's that simple. It's a systemic issue. Cody Gakpo looks like shit because there's never any inside option. It's overlap to Kirkez with the fullback that doesn't bite, or cut in and shoot. Same thing goes with Salah. It's play the overlap to a fullback who doesn't bite, or cut in and shoot. And guess what happens when he cuts in there's space? Everyone's 30 yards away from me on the other side of the box, surrounded by 4 defenders. So it's not about Semenyo. It's about the fact that we can buy Semenyo, who's a quality player, but
I don't think people are talking about the manager here, Mike. I don't think people are talking about the manager. Is the player they're talking about? Like, if he's
I know that, but what I'm trying.
The manager is further from, because this guy is on the verge of
Mike is so mad at Slot.
Yeah,
maybe I want to, wallahi, Mike, I want to express. Mike, I swear to God, if right now Michael Edwards calls me and said, "Would you sack Slot?" I'll say yes. But I prerequisite my question with, let's assume that Slot gets the season. So we're speaking about the player more than the manager.
The manager, yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't matter who the player is. Like, that's the point. That's the point here. Semenyo is a good player in isolation.
Oh, in any winger,
Mike, you put any active winger into this team, it isn't going to be effective. It doesn't matter what his name is.
Okay, so I'll change the question for Mike Das, guys. Subscribe to Mike Das LFC in the description. I'll change the question for Mike. Mike, let's assume Arne Slot gets sacked tomorrow and we hire Steven Gerrard. Is Semenyo a good signing in January?
I haven't seen the way that Steven Gerrard plays. The only point I'm trying to make here is that
he's going to play games with me. So let's say
we get a manager that plays wingers,
K-Mac, once again, I'm going to ruin it. So let's say Arne Slot gets sacked tomorrow and we hire Luis Enrique, Mike Das.
Something like that.
Is Semenyo a good signing in January?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow,
I think Semenyo is
Yeah,
more
yeah.
physical.
I don't think he's that good, by the way. He has a lot of shots.
Thank you,
He
K-Mac.
has a lot of shots. He doesn't score enough goals. He misses a lot of chances. Like he had more shots last season, I think, than Darwin Núñez. So and he scored pretty similar goals. I think this is his biggest season that he's going to ever have, and I think he's going to go for the money. And he goes to Manchester United for the bag. I'm sorry, Mbuemo did it. Cunha did it.
K-Mac, I hope you're right, and he actually does go to Mania because I don't rate him. And I'm sorry, Uncle Albert. Big up to the Bank of Ghana. Appreciate you because you're very supportive, Albert. And everyone who sent in a super chat, thank you. I'm gonna leave your second super chat till the end, but I just need to speak about this. You guys should bin this rubbish Mane versus Semenyo comparison. When we bought Mane, we heard y'all crapping him till he proved he was good enough. Emeka, if he was Nigerian, you'd be saying something else. Before I let Emeka respond to the Niger thing, I think
respond to that.
look, here's the thing, Albert. This would work on an 18, 19-year-old YouTuber. It doesn't work on me. I'm 30. I lived it. I saw it. Not a single person crapped on Sadio Mane when we signed him. As a matter of fact, we were so desperate and on our knees for a winger. I would legitimately say 90%, 95% of the Liverpool fan base absolutely wanted Sadio Mane at Liverpool.
More people crapped on Salah than Mane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the second thing is as well,
true.
is at the time, that was Klopp's first season, and we were a fucking Champions League team. We were just trying to get into the top 4. If we want to get into the top 4, I promise you, signing Semenyo will help us get top 4. 100%. If we're talking about winning leagues and winning Champions Leagues, in my opinion, Semenyo doesn't do that. Semenyo has never played a game at the Bernabeu or at the Allianz or at the Camp Nou in his life. And everything that is being described about Antoine Semenyo is stuff that I can... Okay, I'm going to challenge everyone in the chat and this whole panel.
I loved it when we bought Mane.
Me too.
So did I. That's my point. I think Albert's changing the narrative here. I'll challenge the whole panel. Thank you, Albert. But I'll challenge the whole panel on one thing. Let's say we call Lyon and we sign Malik Fofana for 15 million. Name one thing Semenyo does that Fofana doesn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take Fofana right now.
I don't
Premier League
watch
proven.
Fofana,
It's
no.
a price.
Premier
It's
League-
a price
Premier League
thing.
proven.
Can I respond? Can I respond to Unk?
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so of course, my Ghanaian uncle. It's not that Semenyo is a shit player. I want to make that clear. I actually think he can come and probably do a decent job for us. My thing is, once you start talking about 65 million pounds, I just want a little bit more. Like Fofana, as you said, Hussam, what is he, 40? And I don't think the gap between those two players is enough for that 25 million pound difference. I'd rather take a chance on Fofana at that price than taking a chance.
Well, that's potential. It's not already played.
Yeah, it is potential, but what I'm saying is, like, I would rather do, like, I miss buying.
Might take you a few years to become the players that you want. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think Fofana will cost 40 either. I think 30
it
and
won't
he's
cost
gone.
40. I don't think he will.
30 and he's got 30 million pounds and he's gone.
Maybe less than that. I mean,
I
it's
just
20
don't,
years
I don't like spending when you, like, a lot of players going for 60, 65 now just aren't worth that amount.
It's the
And we're
current
seeing
40,
this-
but the thing is, it's the current 40. This money. It's not like
we have to find ways to get.
Yeah.
Like Cherky's the perfect example. They found a player that was clearly undervalued.
Yeah.
And honestly, we probably could have got both. Like, if we wanted, like, if we were smart and thinking that way, we could have got Wirtz and took a chance on Cherky as well. Cherky's playing right wing for City in a lot of these games. That's the sort of player that you get your bang for a buck, and in 3, 4, 5 years, you'll actually be able to make a profit on him.
You know what? If
I don't see us making a profit on Semenyo in 3, 4 years if we buy him at this price. Like, there's
Guys,
no
65 million is a lot of money for
A lot of
Semenyo,
money.
man.
is what you need for
You know what I can do for 65 million? Do you all know what I can do for 65 million? For 65 million, I can buy 30 Fofana.
Yeah.
I can buy, no, I'm not even going to exaggerate, because his contract expires in 6 months. I can buy 20 plus Mark Gahey, 20-25 range. I'm at 55 million, and I've gotten my winger that can dribble and defend and can hold the width. and I've got my centre back for the same price of Semenyo, who I don't think is that good. Like, I think Semenyo is a good player.
I think
He's good. I think he's good. I just don't think
Can
he's
I-
I agree.
can I
I
pick
think
up-
good is how I would
I think
describe
it's
it.
a bit
I need
disrespectful.
a
Yeah.
big up Semenyo, man. I need a big up Semenyo.
Yeah,
I think Semenyo's quality
me too.
personally. His link-up play is excellent. It's extremely underrated part of his game is his link-up play. His physicality is very good as well. Players just bounce off him.
Bounce off him,
He's
man.
very physical. He's excellent with one-on-ones. He can drop deep and build from the midfield, and he likes
As
linking
you
with
saw that goal
midfielders
against us,
going out
you know what I
wide.
mean, in the first game
You
of
know,
the season.
he's got an eye for goal. He can crunch with a tackle as well. I think he's an extremely good footballer. I really do, and that's why he's both footed. He can play left wing and
Yeah.
right wing comfortably.
You know what it is? I'm not looking at. I'm not looking. Sorry, Jay. I'm not looking at a player that's a superstar or anything like that. I'm looking at a player that fits the system that we have at a football club that can help the players that we have. You know, the next generation for Salah. That's when I start thinking about a quality player that's going to be on that side. But for now, we need someone like Semenyo. But carry on, Joe. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I just think. He's a powerful winger. He's a powerful runner. He's an athlete. I can see why Liverpool are interested in him. I can see why Manchester City are interested in him.
Mhm.
You know, I can see why top clubs are actually interested in this footballer. There's a reason Bournemouth put a £65 million release clause on him because he's obviously they value him very highly. I think that at the moment, I think he's third top goal scorer in the Premier League at the moment, only with 7 goals.
7 goals, yeah.
He doesn't play any Europe or anything. You know, if he was playing Europe, his goal return might actually be higher in all competitions this season.
I could be wrong. It might have been 10 goals last season in the Premier League or something.
Yeah, and he's only going to get better and better. Look, I like him. I don't watch enough of other players to have, like Fofana. I don't watch enough of Fofana to have a say on the argument who's better between the two because that'd be disingenuous of me. So I can't do that. But what I've seen of him, I really rate the guy. I think he's a talent. I think his game's improving as well. I think he's maturing and becoming a better footballer. I think with 65 million, yeah, it's a lot of money. I hear what Sam's saying about that. When you got players around Europe, you can probably buy a bit cheaper. But they're probably wondering, like, I don't know anything about Fofana, so they might feel like Fofana's not physical enough as a winger in the Premier League. You know,
It's the
things
market,
like
it's
that.
the market,
You know,
it's the market, mate. It's the
and look,
market. Yeah.
Someone's going to pay the release clause. He's going to go in the first 10 days of of January. By the look of it, the first of the 10th is his release clause. He's going to go. Yeah, there's a reason why Arsenal were looking at him. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and Manchester City are all looking at him, and there's a reason why they're all looking at him because he's quality.
Because he's cheap. Look, the thing I want to say on it, and this is the thing that no one's really spoke about, is he actually going to fucking play for us? Because Arne Slot has got his favourites, and they all seem to be in that position, and they never get dropped. So is he actually going to play?
Well, he'll play right wing.
And the conversation as well. I also want to just put this out here as well, because I might as well. It didn't fucking matter if we signed Mark Wahe, because Konate still would have played every game. It didn't matter if we had signed Adam Morton, because Gravenberch would have played every game and McAllister would have played. Like, it's the manager that picks the players, and it doesn't matter who you buy, because they're not going to play, because he likes his favourites. And who plays on the left-hand side? Ryan Gravenberch, or Ryan Slot, or Ryan, whatever you want to call him. It's not Semenyo.
I don't think he's coming in to be a left winger, though.
Ryan Slot, I like that one.
I don't think he's coming in to be a left winger. I think he comes in to replace Salah.
Okay, well, Salah has to go then.
Yeah, but that's even worse.
It's right.
No,
the Salah thing. No player we buy is ever going to be good enough to replace Salah as a right winger.
Never.
I think we have to just get this out of our system now. The reason we bought Ekitike and Isak together is to replace Mo Salah's goals, so they can buy pace on the right-hand side, the touchline winger. And that's why I think they're looking at Semenyo. Look, personally, I don't think Liverpool gets Semenyo. I think they've changed.
Well, the thing is that it doesn't mean
what they
like
want.
now it gets rid of Salah, does it? It's still like probably
Salah's leaving in the summer.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I'm not going to lie. Like we've all been saying that he just keeps on throwing shit at the wall. Like, how much shit is he building? Like, he's going to buy more attackers and just throw more at the wall. Like, fucking hell.
My thing is, I accept what Jamie says in terms of we're not going to get a player that gets like fucking 47 GA in the Premier League in one season.
No.
But once again, I use the same argument that I used for the left-hand side. I want a player of quality. If you tell me Mo's leaving in the summer and we're going to get Michael Olise, I'm like, okay, now we're talking.
Good
We
luck.
all know,
Right, innit?
guys, we all
Good
know
luck.
deep down, Olise ain't trying to stay at Bayern Munich the rest of his life. We know this. Let's just start. Let's not cap
Bayern
to
Munich,
each other.
man.
I mean, I would
We
highly question
know
anyone who
he's
wanted to
trying to
come to
leave that
Liverpool.
institution right there.
All that fake.
I mean, let's just be honest about it. He's trying to leave. If we can get Olise out of Bayern, for me, that would be a Mo replacement. And it's the same with centre backs. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. No one is ever going to be as good as Virgil van Dijk, but we can try at least to get like
Something
an
close to him.
A- level player.
Yeah.
You know, today I actually asked the guys on Copish. I was like, okay, guys, so what would you say, Cody Gakpo? What's your score mark for him? They said B-. I was like, okay, so how much is Semenyo? They're like B. I'm like, okay, so we just upgraded a little bit. Like, wow, oh my god, like that's just that. There's not enough upside for me, you know. Like I need either has to be someone with an unbelievable ceiling, or someone who's like built for this right now. That's how I look.
It's like when you guys were talking about the players earlier.
What he does, and you get him to do what he did last season, he scores more goals than Semenyo. So
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
B plus.
Who are you talking about? K-Mac, who are you talking about?
Cody Gakpo. He'd score more goals than Semenyo if he got played in the better system, like he did last season.
Gakpo's actually a better goal scorer than Semenyo,
Yeah,
by the way.
he's a much better goal scorer. Like, absolutely.
The thing is, we got to get away from having goal scorer wingers.
Yeah, man.
This is what,
and that's
this
why
is
we
what
brought two number 9, Jamie.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly,
number
and
9.
that's why Semenyo would be
No more
perfect for
wingers.
this. That's why Semenyo would be perfect for this system.
It's the fit in the system that we're missing at the moment.
exactly.
We bought too many players,
Perfect.
high amount of money. So maybe this is the time to go back to what we used to do before, which is getting players that fit the system, and that's what Semenyo brings for you. You look at the defensively, offensively, build up play. Most of the stuff that you need from a winger, you know what I mean, he gives it to you more than Gakpo would on the left. So why don't you get someone like that? Okay, 65 million is a lot of money, but you know, was it Anthony went for 80 million from Man United? So a lot of players, the Fridge went for 85 million. So a lot of players do go for more money that are not successful. Like the 65 million of the modern day is 40 million of the modern day. So they're always going to get that, you know, amount of money on players. And I'm not here knocking Semenyo like everybody else. I think there's a quality there that can actually give us some stuff on the pitch. And, you know, everybody talks about, is he an iron slot player? Who is an iron slot player? This could be for the future of Liverpool, not just the current. You know what I mean? So we just got to be careful how we go on. I know
Who is an Arne Slot player? Wow, existential questions being asked
but the
there.
thing is, guys, like
He's
if you look at Semenyo, like to me, he offers everything that we need currently and the future as well. So this is what I'm looking at. It's 25 going to 26. That means in the next 4 to 5 years, he could actually do something for the team. And as I said earlier, the most important thing is who replaces Mo Salah. Not on the left, Gakpo. Anyone can replace Gakpo. But yeah, that's how we got to go all about it. Sometimes, you know, one side can be fit in the system side, the other side could be the quality side. That's how I see it with these two players. So it's up to you guys what you think. But you know, I think we're knocking Semenyo, you know, too much, man. And I think he'd be a success. A lot of players come to Liverpool that everybody downgraded and they became legends at Liverpool. So that's how I see it with him as well. I'm not looking at Bournemouth where they are. Yeah. Bournemouth is a good team. Don't forget, man. Bournemouth give games to everybody. You saw them the other day against Man United. They went to Old Trafford, got 4 goals. The defensive side is the issue, not the front side. So yeah. Just give Semenyo a chance. You'll probably be shocked in my opinion.
Not in my team.
He presses really well as well.
You don't want to give anyone a chance, so I'm all right with you, man.
Semenyo is a fantastic presser as well, where Cody can't press. So that look, I don't know why everyone keeps talking about left wing. Last season he played on the right hand side more.
Yeah,
than
he did.
Left hand
Right,
side.
and he scored against.
Played on the left hand side a little bit more. If you ask Semenyo says he naturally likes to play right wing more. I think Semenyo's pressing is excellent. His link up play is excellent. I think he's a good player. I wouldn't pay 65 million for him though.
Balance the team
You know,
out.
if
It's the current market, Jay. It's the current market, man. There's nothing you could do about
if
that.
45 million was his release clause, I'd be all over it. But 65 is 65. It is what it is. But yeah, I'd take Semenyo, man. I think he's a good footballer.
So sign Semenyo, and
I don't think the ball go by him anyway.
Woo!
Hey, one of them needs to be dropped. Is that cool? One of them has to be dropped.
So, like in the ideal world, guys, who's your two wingers if you don't want Semenyo? And obviously Salah leaves and Gakpo is number one. Who's the two
ideal world?
Liverpool can buy, not can't buy, can buy.
For me, Olise, Barcola. That's the two.
Yeah, just Elise for me. Elise for me.
Bro,
at least
I said ideal two wingers, so he's saying left wing.
Just got a 250 grand a week
It's
contract.
Rodrigo who's
Not going on the bench.
Emeka, he said ideal left. Both wingers,
possible
like right
buy, possible buys.
Oh, both sides.
Yeah.
Elise. Yeah, it's tough to say. Maybe Rodrigo. I just want wingers that are gonna pass to our strikers. I don't need as like goal scoring's nice, but I just want playmakers on the wings now. Feed the strikers, man. That's where I'm at. So I'd say Elise and Rodrigo. But yeah, it's not realistic. Like we're not getting both of those players. So like if we were to get Semenyo, if we get Semenyo and you tell me we're gonna get Elise, I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
None of them are leaving their clubs. At least they just signed a massive contract. He ain't going nowhere. Barcola is probably gettable just because of the situation at PSG. He's probably gettable.
Are you a fan of his, Jay, or you not?
No, I don't know.
Do you think like it's because he's young and physicality, the Premier League is too much for him at the moment? Do you think this is the reason?
I don't think so.
I think he's quick enough and all that stuff to develop as a player in the future.
I just don't think he's that good.
Oh, damn.
I watched Dewey. Is it Dewey? Is that how you pronounce his name? I watch him when he plays for PSG, and he's light years ahead of Barcola, and he's younger.
I'd take Dewey all day.
Dewey's light years above Barcola as a footballer, and I think he's younger than him. I'm not a big Barcola fan, man. I don't think he's that great. If I
love Dewey. I love Dewey. I wish we could sign him.
I'll go Semenyo. Sorry. Yeah, I'd have Semenyo over. I'd have Semenyo over Barcola, but not over Dewey. Dewey, I think, is phenomenal. I think he's going to be a.
Would you guys have Semenyo and this kid you talk about at Lyon?
I don't know nothing about Fofana.
Fofana is a left-footed player, right? I'm sure he's a left-footed player, right? He could play on the right.
Semenyo's both-footed, ain't he? That's what I like about him.
So why not them two?
Fofana's right-footed.
That's a possibility. Them two.
Yeah, Semenyo's very good on both feet, ain't he? You don't actually know which is strong. That's why he can play on both sides. That's why he's so good. I'm not sure. Semenyo and Fofana you could probably do in like 2 windows. It's January and Sunday.
Yeah.
Apparently Fofana's not that expensive, so that wouldn't cost too much. That'd give you 2 very, very quick pressing wingers on both sides. Change it up a little bit. Yeah. I just don't think Elise is realistic. I think Elise is going to cost you about 130 million probably.
Yeah, it would, man. Never.
Let me read the second one first. Big up to everyone locked in. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you guys for showing us love. Guys, please hit the like button, subscribe. I'm closing in on 67.7k. Appreciate you guys for the love. Are any of you guys going live after?
Nah.
No. I've actually got to run Sam because my kid's not too well tonight. So
big up.
Jamie.
Big up.
I'll go run, guys. All right. I'll check
Take care, brother.
Appreciate it.
Big up.
Hussam, you were crapping on Semenyo 2 minutes before he equalized. You talk about Bernabeu. Have we taken him there? Football is a team sport. All the team that want him are not wrong. He will get it done. I'll be honest with you. Tom Little today said a crazy 4D chess move. He said he would call up Man City, let them get Semenyo, and we sign Omar Marmoush.
Is he unsettled there? Is he unsettled?
He is unsettled. I think he's in the wrong club. I think he's playing for the wrong manager. That's just so like not him, you know.
How do you, outside Man City, how do you know him? Like, what kind of player is he? Because I only seen of Man City. Was he a better player at Frankfurt? What is he?
Man, are you talking about Marmoush? Have you seen the relationship him and Ekitike have got?
His relationship with Ekitike would be just unbelievable on the football pitch for us. This guy can play striker, he can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play both tens. He's basically he's an unbelievable finisher. He has a massive rocket of a shot on him. Like he can dribble, he can pass, he can do everything.
Which player, Hussein?
Marmoush.
Oh, Marmoush.
Let Semenyo go to City and sign Marmoush instead.
I think the 3D chess move is Semenyo goes to City and we get Elise.
Yeah, I'd love for us to sign on.
Because I think we've been looking at Elise for a long time.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Hasn't he got something in his contract that says he could go to Liverpool? Like,
I hope so.
For a certain fee. That was the rumours.
I hope so.
I don't know what you want from me.
He's addressing you.
Listen, I live in America. It's a free country. Simple.
Wow, that's your answer, Fonzie. He lives in America. It's a free country. He just indirectly called me a terrorist, but I'm gonna let him.
Whoa! What, dude? Your
Big up to
insinuations
Albert.
today are out of this
Big up
world,
to
right?
Albert. We're not Spurs because
Big
it's
up, Albert.
Spurs. Look at this. I can I just.
Don't go changing
I
Albert.
love Albert so much. I'm almost like imagining him saying this, and I'm laughing in my head. We will win at Spurs because it's Spurs, not because our lemon head has seen the light. You yellow, what was it? You yellow-skinned salamander. In fact,
Hey, Mac, have
we
you
will
guys made up?
keep
Yeah.
winning. Oh, here you go. We will keep winning to the yellow.
Yeah, we're good.
Salamander.
Yes.
Cody Gakpo.
What's up? Have you seen him and K-Mac the other week after your show at Beijing one? Oh
Yep.
my.
You yellow-bellied salamander. Part of me low-key believes this is true as well. Like, we're just gonna beat Spurs just because they're Spurs and nothing else. Like, I can just imagine Isak and Ekitike pressing Romero, and he just passes it to one of them, and then it's like 1-0, and we end up just like winning the game, bro. That wouldn't surprise me. But at the same time, if we lost tomorrow, that wouldn't surprise me either. Welcome to the life.
What with the set piece?
Yeah, with a set piece, exactly. Welcome to life under Arne Slot. That's disgusting, Michael. How dare you call Hussam a terrorist? Only I can call him that.
Listen, I'm a Lebanese. I'm Lebanese and Syrian. All right, we're not exactly synonymous with the word freedom. So I'll call whoever I want what I want. But I didn't call him that. He gaslit me, just like how he gaslit me into thinking that I'm some sort of celebrity because I show up 2 minutes late.
Years.
Come on,
Hold
bro.
on.
Come on.
What's this? Do we have a mug in the chat?
Oh,
We have a mug in the chat.
You
I got
mug.
confused there for a second. Not
You're
gonna lie.
Portuguese and your name is Sean. You can't call me a terrorist. I'll fly to Canada. I got people in Canada, make no mistake. I got Emeka. I got Castor. I got so many people in Canada. We will find your ass. I promise you there ain't that many Portuguese people in Canada, Fonzie. And there's a lot of snow right now. So make of that what you wish. Anyway, guys, appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. On yet another stream. Every single link is in the description. Go subscribe to Jamie Phillips, Liverpool Chats TV is in the description. Positive is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Emeka doesn't have a YouTube channel yet. He's just a YouTube prostitute at the moment. Mike Das LFC. Go give him a subscribe. K-Mac channel in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Subscribe to this channel right here, right now. Like this video right here, right now. Either way, Sam will never give Slot credit. I didn't even say anything. I just said I don't want us to beside Semenyo. And I said it will not shock me if we win, and it would not shock me if we lose. And I've given Slot so much credit a lot of times this season. I gave him credit against Madrid, and I gave him credit against and I gave him credit at Frankfurt, and I gave him credit so many times. And I was one of the last people to turn on Arne Slot. You wanna know who's angry at Slot? This guy calls him the Antichrist. This guy says that Tony Blair is less bad for humanity than Arne Slot. You want me to go down that route? Okay, no problem. Just to play up to her. Appreciate you all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're going to redirect you over to Martin's channel. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy now? Happy now? This is what's called. Love you guys, and see you guys over on Martin's channel.
That's it.